Milabra is a real-time image recognition service. It allows companies, so we're B2B, to come in and hook into our platform with a configurable API. And they can then get whatever they need out of an image, whether it's auto tagging, face recognition, face search, face detection, content violations, so channel conflict and adult content. And they can configure it based on their business rules or what they're trying to get out of images. A lot of the technology that's out there today is based on something called hashing, which was developed by IBM in the 1950s. We're based on neuroscience and computational neuroscience. So our algorithms learn the way that you or I do. They mimic the mammalian brain. And the mammalian brain doesn't keep databases of images in its head. It doesn't look at a dog and compare it to 100 other dogs before it says that's a dog. The mammalian brain understands, after seeing so many dogs, the basic attributes of a dog. And so we carry around that basic attribute set in our mind. For very close relatives and things like that, we do use databases in our own mind. So we have a very strict representation of our mother's face, for example. And so what our technology does is it acts as that first step. And when we look at something we've never seen before, we're able to very quickly and very accurately assess what it is. Is that a car? Are those people? Is that an outdoor scene? What's going on in the image? And so if you need more granular detail, then you know what database to go to. So if you want to determine, okay, that's a logo, we know it's a logo, let's go to the logo database. But making that first assessment step is very critical because otherwise images have no data in them. So you have to be able to determine what it is before you can even start to talk about that as an image. A lot of other image recognition firms, like IBM's Marvel, identifies everything within the image, and that's not really how you should do it. That's not the way our brain does it. The brain assigns priority to things. And so if you have a very small picture of a palm tree in the back of an image, and you search for palm tree, that's not going to be what you're looking for. You want an actual image of a palm tree. And so we try and focus on what's the priority object or in the scene. And that changes. And so we don't want to be adding useless metadata, which would be identifying everything in the image. But we want to have a point of view or a perspective, an editorial viewpoint, which is what we as mammals do as well. We assess things in priority and in sequence. We're selling through to B2B right now because we think that there's an opportunity to give everyone access to image recognition. And that means that ad networks, publishers, content owners can not only use this for their own, such as channel conflict, or content violations, or adding features into a site if you're a content owner. But you can also start to use it for tagging and search, and starting to say, well, what is this user looking at, and where are they right now emotionally and intellectually? We know from Facebook that you're interested in 4 things, but how much are you interested in those 4 things? And that's generally represented by your images and what you're putting up on your image page. And right now, we have social tagging, and that's not really that useful. You have things like a picture of a dog, and you'll say, "Oh, cute," and that doesn't tell you that it's a picture of a dog. So we think that by selling to publishers and to ad companies, we can create a consistent taxonomy for search and for ad tagging and for analysis of images that'll benefit not only the people we're selling to, but also the end users. We don't want to keep it closed off. So if trying to sell it to the end users would make it too small.